Igor, a 12-track album released by Tyler the Creator on May 17, 2019 is one of my favorite projects of all time, and here's why. For a while, I put off listening to Igor, but after a friend convinced me to listen to the album, I finally caved in, and my only regret is not listening to it sooner. Everything about this album was just great. The production, the lyrics, the features all came through, and it's the perfect album size. Now, while me saying that is great, I think this album deserves a deeper dive. So let's get right into it, starting with production. Production is a strong suit on Igor, and it shows. Starting on track 1, Igor's theme, with that synth slowly coming in, and then after the 25-second mark, bam, the drums kick things off with this sound you've just never heard before, and it feels that way for the entire album. Another cool thing about the production is the entire album is all pitched up, including the features. For example, on the hook of Igor's theme, you'd think that's Tyler, but in reality, it's actually Lil Uzi on the hook. And I think this just adds taste to the album and helps it give a unique sound compared to other albums he's made or someone else has. Another great example of production is on the 7th track of Boys a Gun. This song starts with just the simple lyrics, "Don't shoot me down," which transitions into the sample bound by the Paradoxa twins incredibly well and sticks with it till the piano is beautifully introduced at the halfway mark, and it just fits perfectly on the song, and I think that's one of the album's strong suits for production. Just the way the album does all these small and tiny things that lead to one big thing is just something amazing, and honestly something I haven't heard too many albums do. And as much as I would love to continue talking about the production the entire time, there are other aspects of this album that deserve the love. Lyrics/flow. Now, as much as production is important, the lyrics and flow are just as important. Now, this section won't be as long as the production section, only because I'm not the guy that analyzes lyrics and goes in depth with them, but from what I understand, these lyrics tell a very obvious story of Igor falling in love with a guy and eventually getting over him near the end of the album. And this album is great at storytelling. A good example of this is on I Think, with him slowly starting to fall in love, and then running out of time, him slowly realizing that if this person doesn't admit their feelings, he will start to fall out with him. And then on A Boy Is a Gun, him asking to not shoot down his feelings for him. Then with Puppet, him believing he's being used and is done, and him finally getting over him with the last 3 songs. Until Are We Still Friends? And Are We Still Friends has a specific note that actually restarts the album and is the same note used on Igor's theme. This is a clever way of saying that the cycle repeats over and over and over again if he ends up being friends with him. And I think that's just a great way of doing an album like this. And it's another one of the reasons why I love the storytelling in this album and how the lyrics are just used as a perfect example of that. On to the flow part. Tyler's flows on some of these tracks are crazy. Good example of these are What's Good, when the beat switch happens, or on New Magic Wand. And I haven't seen many songs go as crazy as Tyler does on some of those. Track listing. The track listing is perfect in my opinion. The album doesn't overstay its welcome, and it's perfectly in the middle of, not too long, but not too short either. And I think that's a huge plus. A good example of an album overstaying its welcome is Scorpion by Drake. Now, these two are not even close in album quality, but it's a good example. Reason being is Scorpion overstays its welcome by a good 5 to 8 tracks, and it really shows as the more Scorpion goes on, the quality really does downgrade. And Igor has a perfect example of what a perfect length is, as the quality doesn't go down as the songs go on, and there isn't too short of an amount that make you go, oh, I really want more. Another good quality of the track list is that the features are perfectly placed on the album. There isn't too much that it overflows the album, but there isn't too little that Tyler still stays fresh on every song. As mentioned earlier, all the features do their jobs incredibly well, such as Lil Uzi on Igor's theme or Playboi Carti on Earthquake. All the features were great and didn't disappoint at all. A minor thing I want to mention is the transitions between songs when there is one, such as Igor's theme to Earthquake or Puppet to What's Good. Each transition was absolutely great, and even better when you listen to the album from start to finish. Conclusion. In conclusion, Igor is a stellar album with amazing features, the perfect length, the flow, lyrics, and even the transitions. It's all built wonderfully into one album, and if you never gave it a listen, it's really worth doing, when you have the spare time, from start to finish of course. This is the start of a 5-part series I'm doing, where I've rated my personal top 5 albums ever, and Igor is at number 3 out of 5, and easily deserves to be there. Thank you for watching this, and please let me know if you want more review videos like these, or more music videos in general. I hope all of you have a wonderful day or night, and goodbye.